Hi, Toast here. So, jumping right in, this image is full of firsts. It's one of the first most work-intensive pieces I did on my iPad. I started it off in real life with a sketch that I did when I was inspired by just sitting there. I don't know what I was doing, but I was inspired to do the sketch. And then I redid all of the proportions once I got onto my iPad. And I still messed up her arms. They are still pretty long for her body, and if I could go back I would fix that, spend a little more time with it. I also didn't really want to spend too much time with the hands and feet like I generally do, so I just took pictures of my hands and feet in those positions and then traced over them. And then it is also the first drawing where in the sketch I separate different pieces based on the color I use. So the hair and the knife are blue, and the yellow is the bear, and the red is her body. I also isolated a lot of her body parts and stuff in different layers, so that way I could still be able to like move them if I didn't like their positioning and stuff, so probably saw that. It is also the first painting where I did the background color first, and I decided to do the background color first in this painting because in my previous experimentations with Procreate, I would mess around with skin tone, and then once I changed the background color, I would no longer like my skin tone because I do very transparent skin tones. So the background color is very fundamental for my skin tones that I draw. So that's the first time I did that, and that worked out pretty well. And it's also the first time I tried to draw more realistic hair on my iPad, and I think I did a pretty good job with that. And it's the first time that I realized I don't like dark line art with my work anymore when I'm on my iPad, because it just is very distracting in the end piece. So if I could go back, I would probably either lighten my line art or just not do it at all. So I also know, if you notice, I use a different technique for coloring her face versus her legs. In her legs, I just kind of went all over the place with just the general colors of the skin using the paintbrush, and then I dusted it out with the airbrush. Whereas with the face and hands, I went straight in with the airbrush, and ever since then I've been painting skin the way I did with her legs. I also wish that I was able to paint the knife better. I'm not good at painting metal, so that's an issue. But otherwise, that is it. Sorry I went so fast, but the sketch didn't leave enough time for me to talk about everything there was for that drawing. So here's the final image. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.